Hello, my name is Allison LaSalvia. I am an incoming junior with chemistry and creative writing double majors.
My name is Ikenna Ozor. I am entering my senior year. My major is biology and my minor is chemistry.
My name is Jonathon Doriscar. I'm going to be a junior this upcoming fall. I'm a double major in psychology and sociology. I'm here to tell you a little bit about my experiences in RA during this past virtual term at Knox.
I wanted to become specifically a first-year RA because I had a really great experience with my RAs. The relationships I've been able to build with those RAs have been some of the best friendships I've had at Knox.
I wanted to make that transition from high school to college a lot easier. I remember when I was coming in as a freshman, I had a good RA who made that change for me a lot easier. I wanted to pass that on to people that were coming in.
I decided to become an RA because I love people. I love socializing and I love helping. Becoming an RA on campus, especially at Knox, was a perfect mix. Knox is a very diverse campus. Being an RA gave me a chance to help people, meet people, socialize with people who I never would have met, and it really gave me a chance to meet people in a different way.
To me, the role of an RA is to be a student's tether to campus. So checking in on their classes, seeing how they're doing, just finding their place in Knox and in the community. Being a virtual RA was definitely different.
This past virtual term was definitely interesting because there was no precedent. I think what helped me the most with being a virtual RA is the fact that I knew my residents and I was very comfortable with my residents. We had gone throughout fall term and winter term together and I knew what interested them.
It's definitely a bigger challenge than I expected it to be. It's not as easy to check in on your residents when they're not just a door away. So we had to be really creative and we had to really start focusing on those individual relationships.
Something that I tend to bank on is that face-to-face interaction. The fact that during the spring term I didn't have that, it challenged me, but it forced me to view my job in a different perspective. It definitely moved to more one-on-one interaction virtually.
They just knew that I was there if they wanted help or if they needed help, just because I wanted to know if they're okay, especially during the time we're living through right now. It was definitely a transition though. Some of my residents were international. There's time barriers and stuff like that. I had to do a lot of different things, like our floor meetings, instead of being in person, they were virtual.
We started doing things like making newsletters, events throughout the term that were online, a weekly call, just to keep people connected to each other.
The best moment for me during this virtual term was during my movie nights and my game nights. I wanted to watch a movie along with them, but I also wanted to be able to talk to them and joke with them and laugh with them kind of like we did in person. So it was a really, really fun experience for me, and it really was a highlight of my term.
We had a pet showcase because people were staying home and people in my suite had pets. A lot of them didn't bring their pets with them to college, and so it was really cool to see.
I think what helped me out the most was my newsletters. I just try to have fun with it, and I started putting gifs, memes, things about my life, and trying to tell them who I am.
Gave them insight into my life, how I'm dealing with it, because I'm also going through this whole virtual term.
After this term, I realized I want to adopt that moving forward because it gives me a real chance to let my residents know who I am and then interact with them when they respond to that.
My biggest challenge was definitely trying to balance my own stress and my own course load, while also making sure that my residents were balancing their stress and their course load.
I let them know when I was available, so if they needed help with anything, like even if I didn't know the answer, I could direct them into the right direction, because I think that's really the RA's main job in the first place, is to be that person to connect people to the right resources.
Being an RA this entire year has really just taught me a lot about managing my time better, but also about being more flexible in people's needs. Everyone has a different way they need to be supported, and learning how to accommodate all of those needs has really helped me just as a human being.
People aren't necessarily always going to go to you directly for help. There are times where they have to seek you out, and to make that easier for them, I should make myself more available. When they did need me for mental support or just for conversation, I was there.
I'm really excited to be back on campus this fall. I'm excited for the year to come.
I can't wait to see everyone back at Knox.